Meditation has got two wings, like a bird has got two wings. You know, we have to fly with two wings. You can't fly with one wing. These two wings are, remember this point, the two wings are mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness in whatever you do, when you're doing. There are two things, doing and being. When you are doing mindfulness, when you are being meditation. See, you are just being. Whatever you do, you should do with full focus, full attention. Walk while you are walking, eat while you are eating, sing while you are singing, dance while you are dancing, talk while you are talking, listen while you are listening. Let not the mind wander other than the work on hand. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you get into meditation.
A very good day, all Buddha CEOs. Wishing you a day full of sunny smiles and happy thoughts. Imagine a brain with increased ability to master all challenges without compromising your happiness. Meditation does not change your state of mind, the way you feel at the moment, but it changes your traits, changes your outlook on life. It develops positive traits like greater resilience at the time of adversity, sympathy for others, and compassion for oneself. With this, let's gear ourselves for the today's long meditation and wisdom session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Anita Madam. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Good afternoon and evening. When we have challenges, that's the time that we are always looking for deeper understanding. We reflect upon it. When we have challenges, we're looking for deeper understanding. Otherwise, we are actively going about doing our work, doing our thing, whatever that is. We slow down when there is a challenge. We reflect upon it. And when something repeats itself as a challenge, then we're looking at it and saying, why is this happening? Sometimes we ask the question, why me? Why my child? Only when we ask the questions, when we slow down and look for answers, we are answered invariably. That's the time we are getting in touch, getting close to our inner self, getting close to the consciousness. Unless there is a question asked, unless there is an inquiry made, the path won't show up. We have to be, whatever may be the reason, whether if we are asking about it enough times, which means that we are really wanting to know, the path will start opening up, that we are ready to start embracing this concept of an inner force that is there. If we sufficiently ask, we ask enough times. And when we do that enough time, then we are invariably holding on to the path that shows up. The path could be a flyer telling you, go and then attend this program. The path is that somebody has forcefully asked you to go and then attend and read this book. Opening towards any process that starts making us contact with our higher self, that intelligence, which is termed as intuition, termed as your deeper feeling, termed as some spiritual mentor that who is coming into a life. Our consciousness, the quantum field, is always responding every time we make an inquiry. Because observation, a manifest, a possibility. So what you're looking for is always responded back, matched back. But we are ready to receive. It is always responding for every question. But this is the time we are ready to receive, ready to listen. Because there's a challenge, we slowed down, looking for answers around it. So we're paying attention towards it, and so we receive an answer. So we pay attention to that email, we pay attention to that session that we go, we pay attention to the words that we receive, because we're genuinely looking to solve the challenge. We don't understand now, but then when we connect back all the dots, almost always for people, when you look back into our life and connect the dots, we recognize that it is that challenge that moved us into a different path, into a next path, and a next path in our life. The challenge shifts you from place to place, and you relocate. At a new place, you suddenly come across somebody. Relocate to a place where there is a meditation center next to you, or a Raja Yoga center next to you. And we recognize it by looking back and then saying, 5 years ago that happened to me, and because of that, and that is the best thing that happened to me. During the challenge, it was the most worst thing. But then when we start looking for answer, we still was pretty bad and say, why is it happening to me? But then after 5 years, fast forward, you look back and it's always good. It helps you. Everybody gets through the challenges, but the good part is that when we look for answers, we receive them. Everybody has challenges. With time, they solve them, but we receive answers. And it invariably moves us into a higher path. Higher path is something that moves us into more deeper experiences. The experience of the body, experience of the mind, experience of the intellect, experience of the inner soul, the energy, experiences that we gain by serving everybody, everything that is out there, doing things that are with everybody. We move up the ladder of experiences. meditation is helping us, of course, to gain the strength to accept challenges. Even if it is deep illness, we take it in a perspective. Even if it is a deep illness that is silently diagnosed, we take it in a perspective. We have so many options. Okay, so I understand it, law of cause and effect. Let me see, what can I do? How to dissolve it? Okay, I understand it. I have my thoughts create reality. Let me see how I can solve it. Okay, I understand it. Life is full of experience and there's so much continuity is there. Let me see, I will accept it and see what adventure that I'm getting into because of this. Accept that experience. So I have a different set of experiences because of the illness coming to me. There are many responses to it, but we have the strength to, whichever response we take, we have the strength. Challenges are the way we move up through the ladder of life's experiences, go from one to the other. Challenges are most important the way we get close to our inner power, the consciousness, the soul nature. We get close to it, we start making in contact with it. Welcome back to those of you joining for a Sunday meditation that we're always doing on a Sunday, India morning, irrespective of the program, but we are in the middle of our Coherence program here, 40-day program, week 1, ending. Regularity of meditation is essential. A regularity of meditation is essential to develop our abilities. Regularity means everyday meditation. If you're reading a book and then read a book once a week, you read the book, open it, and then read a few pages, and then say, I'll read now next Sunday again, and read again next Sunday, few pages. The effect is very minimal. You have to continue it. You read now, and then 1 week later, you forget everything. It applies to any skill. But they're just forgetting. But in meditation, when you start practicing meditation, one of the reasons of suffering is through that we attach to this too much of material self, the glamour. There are a lot of limiting factors they're called. Glamour, vanity, fanaticism. With meditation, slowly that thing that is illusionary wanes, that thing that is temporary wanes. I look for brands, I look for positions, I look for seeking everything that's more externally, how to validate myself. That thing wanes slowly. The more we are connected and then looking from larger perspective, the less we are worried about what I'm trying to be here, materially and externally. Now it builds upon, we keep building upon that understanding. But then if we do 2 days, 3 days, and then go away again, 3 days later, come back. Once in 5 days, you come back. And the transformational aspect of staying away from illusionary things does not come. You'll only have some tiny benefits of meditation. That every time you do meditation, there is some energy there. There is some calmness there. That calmness and energy will last for a few hours to maybe, depending on how intense meditation you had, some days, few days. But the transformation of not seeking an external validation, transformation of not getting attached to something, some of those do not happen. Now, glamour remains glamour. That means you're going after still the same film star. We go for a film star, but not for the acting, but how beautiful they look or handsome they look. And we too want to dress up like that. Nothing wrong in it. Not getting attached is the problem. Nothing wrong in experiencing anything, but it's getting attached to the problem. Regularity is important to seek the transformation. Then we permanently then get free of any unhappiness. We permanently get free because now we're no longer seeking validation. Because something is there, I couldn't get it is a problem. But we don't even look for, we don't have that attachment. So something is there, we wish for it, is not there, I'm okay. When we regularly meditate, our dreams become clearer, our thoughts become higher, creative, more creative thoughts, more solution-oriented thoughts. Yesterday, we were learning that Rajiv Madam was talking about, I get a lot of solutions that get downloaded. The moment problem comes up, then I get multiple solutions, creativity. They draw the flow from intuition. Now, when you keep missing, when you're building upon this capability of intuition developing, solutions coming in, higher thoughts are that. Lower thoughts are where we are constantly stuck in the problem. Why is it happening? Who is the cause? What is the cause of it? Where is it? We constantly are stuck in the problem, but we don't have solution. And then because of it, we start worrying about it. We are in there. Regular meditation helps us to cross over this. The higher thoughts, the creative forces are coming to us. But then if you're not regular, then that faculty is not developing. You have to understand this way. If I'm sincere, let's say there is somebody who's seeking help from us, and if they're sincerely following and sincere about learning, sincere about crossing over, then we are ready to help them. Remember, you are the mentor, you're ready to help those who are showing sincerity in their learning and then crossing over. But they are not sincere. They do it today, and then they'll come back 3 days later. Yeah, whatever you tell, they don't do it. I don't know, implement 10% of it, you lose interest. That's the way when we are having a challenge and we attract some people who come into our lives, when we are looking for answers, the creative forces are coming in there to assist you, provided we are sincere enough. Regularity, if you are sincere and regular, then the creative forces are with us, which means then we flow with ideas. Higher thought. If people come to our home, before, oh my God, sir, just another challenge, I've got so much work commitment, this, that. Whereas now your regular meditator now slowly changes, the connection is there. They say, okay, no problem, but I have an opportunity to hear. People have come here, opportunity to learn from them, opportunity to know more about them, opportunity to help them. Higher thought. Because knowledge is because of experience. Our consciousness expands. The more we meet people, the more we travel. It does not expand. We just sit closed in our homes with our own restrictions and boundaries. Regular meditation is important to develop the faculty of creative forces being with us in good thought and higher thought. Our body gets disciplined, you know it. And when you have this regular meditation, our body is getting disciplined. And that disciplinary factor of the body and the mind getting in control, all of them disappears. You do it today, then 2, 3, 4 days later, you can come back and do in between. You're not even settling the body down. You know this. Everyday morning yoga, if you do it for a few days, then it becomes some kind of a habit. Do every now and then it's not that effective. You'll never form it as a habit. We ask that do this program fully without dropping out to see a greater benefit. Because see, you're fundamentally working on your inner change, a shift, the way you think and feel about life. When you do the regular meditation and then regularly you are there in absorbing some of the wisdom and then going through these books and this and that, then there's got to be a shift. We ask that, of course, we continue. It's going to become like our food in every day. Sleep. We don't think about sleep, we sleep. We don't think about food. It becomes a second nature. Meditation is a food for all bodies. So let's go into meditation, dear friends. And Sundays, we do a little longer meditation. So today, since I've been talking about, for newcomers, since I've been talking about thoughts create reality, so many of us might have heard about affirmations. Thoughts create reality, and so we can affirm about greater life. I am living a great life. I am feeling very happy. My body is healing greatly. I'm attracting great friends. People in my family are really, really cooperating with me. The children are understanding, gaining that clarity to do right thing for themselves. We do the words that are empowering and then moving us towards what we look to have, not what we don't look to have. For example, if children are a little bit confused and don't know the crossroads, and if we keep saying, I don't know, he just does not seem to have an idea of what to do. I don't know, why is he thinking like this? I can't seem to understand. Oh my God, so I don't know what happens now, because in 2 months he has to decide. When you use these words, we continue to create exactly that situation. He does not know, and the more you say it, the more you expect him or her to respond that way to you, which means they have to be in that state. He does not know, they don't have clarity, they can't do it, you're not good enough. When we say this, no matter how hard he tries, he just does not get it. They don't listen to me. You keep saying they don't listen to me, then they'll have to come back responding to that, because thoughts create reality. We change that and then we affirm, we change our language. This week we're going to understand our power of our words. Vakshetra is one of the master class. But then we use affirmations today in our meditations. Our meditation is a heart elevation process, then breath mindfulness meditation for a long time. And then we are doing an affirmation. So I'm going to say a few affirmations that time. They're going to help us overall living a more freer, expansive life. I'll say an affirmation. You also say an affirmation is like that. My body is healing. My body has the capability to heal itself, and it is healing. It is resonating with lots of energy. I say it, and then I want you to apply with a feeling. You affirm it. Exactly the same thing. My body and every cell of my body is healing, is vibrating with energy. I want you to feel that. I want you to, if the person now vibrating with energy has happened, then would it mean you gain a new experience? bring that experience that would happen because your body is really healed. If you're having difficulty walking, then you run in that part of it. My body is healed and I'm doing my daily running greatly. My body is healed, vibrating with energy. Now, if you have that feeling, if you believe it, that it is true, then you're making a change. There is an effect because of the way you think about it now later. And so we're doing affirmations. I'm going to say for you, I'm living a abundant life. I'm living an abundant life. That means you're attracting what you're looking for. So when you say, I'm living an abundant life, the trick is in elevating ourselves to a higher state, even though state may be right now very, very difficult financially or health-wise or whatever. It's all here. So we train ourselves in an empty mind state. We do not have the past. And so then apply these affirmations. Let's try it out. So we do affirmations for some time. And then today, we'll introduce a lie down segment. A lie down. So I ask that on Sundays, we lie down. Wherever you are, you're all at homes, you lie down where you are. Maybe a sheet if you need to get a sheet, be there. And then I ask that I lie down, we lie down. So you lie down where you are. And then before lie down, I'll ask us to do quick short breaths, few breaths, and we lie down. And then spend the time there for a few minutes. And then we express gratitude the way every day we're expressing. And then we end our meditation. All right, friends. So this is the process today that we are doing on a Sunday. Is good. It feels deeper. Let's go into it, relax yourself, sit comfortably. We're starting with heart elevation process, ending with gratitude. The only thing we are adding is that we are visualizing, we are affirming, and then we are lying down. 2 new segments are added today into this longer meditation. Your eyes closed, dear friends. Please follow my guidance. I am instructing for anybody new for today. It's very, very easy to practice. The main part of the meditation is to, with your eyes closed, observing your normal natural breath. It's called breath mindfulness meditation, to keep your mind empty. When you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. And as the mind is empty, you may experience any sensations and then be a witness to it. At any time you have thought, bring your attention back to the breath. That's called breath mindfulness meditation. Before that, we're doing this process called heart elevation for a few minutes, and follow that as I say for the guidance. Dear friends, dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, backs removed, with your hands on your chest area, keep your hands on your chest area and rest your attention on your sacred heart and feel your beautiful heart Feel. The seed of all emotions, which is nurturing all life, with its energies of compassion, kindness, and care, appreciation. Can you recollect an experience from your past, from your present, where you felt compassion, care, appreciation? Relive that moment. Elevate yourself with that energy. Can you intend to radiate that energy onto everybody and everything? To heal, to help them rejuvenate, to help them become a greater versions. We become coherent with this quantum field. The more we experience these energies of love, compassion, kindness, and slowly let's go into Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to merge into the emptiness. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The field of existing, the field of creation, with infinite possibilities and opportunities. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness of no body, of no thing, the more possibilities you draw into your life. everything that you ever experienced or will experience is here in this field of energy. Merge into your breath, merge into the emptiness of yourself. go deeper and deeper into yourself, dear friends. I'd like you to take quick, short breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Quick, short breaths, dear friends. Here we go. Inhale.
You are the heart, you are the hands, You are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world.
Feeling certainty that a new future is unfolding for you in a way that you least expect and imagine. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed that session. First time for some of you, many of you maybe. Sundays are good. Weekends are good. We're relaxed. Meditation is best done when you don't have something bothering us behind. Hey, I have to go, I have to go, I have to run for that next thing. So keep a buffer, a few minutes, so that you're not constantly under that reminder. Before, I'll be here for some more time. We'll be here some more time to share. But before that, I'd like us to know about this important announcement about book clubs. Who is doing that today? Who is doing the announcement? Do you see Rathanvel here? Avinitaji?
Yes, sir, just a minute. Ratnaval sir is doing the book announcement. Sir, Ratnaval ji, are you here? And the second announcement is the self-assessment forms. Still, many of us have not filled them, and we are waiting for, that you participate more in filling up the self-assessments forms, so that we also get some help when we get your feedback. So I request you all, those who have not filled self-assessment forms, please do fill. And I think Ratnawal sir is into deep state still. That's why my,
Okay.
yeah.
So the book clubs, you want to do that? Do you know the books are, I
Uh,
see here.
Sir, I can just give me 2 minutes, might be. Um, Sir, I think we can continue and do it after few minutes.
Okay.
Sir, I have a screen share. Shall I do the screen share about book club?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Sir.
So we are doing these book clubs is a wonderful way to learn about the wisdom of these authors. We said wisdom is so essential. So we have here, this time we're reading 3 books. What happens is there are facilitators whose names are written there. They read those books, meaning they discuss a few chapters of the book in every session. So for the rest of the 6 weeks of the program, on Mondays and Wednesdays, India morning and India evening, which would be, you get the math, which would mean that Sunday evening and then, let me not go there. India morning and India evening and Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, Rathanwar, you're there. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually was in as joined as in mobile, and then I for sharing this one, I
Fine.
just joined in the laptop.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
All right. So, dear friends and masters, I hope we all had a wonderful long meditation. Yes, regarding the book clubs, as there is a quote, books are the swift shortcut to the enlightenment, right? So we have book clubs, which is going to be start from next week, which is on coming Monday. And we have book clubs on Monday and Wednesday, both days, okay? And we have sessions on morning and evening, IST morning and IST evening. Say we have on Monday, we are going to talk about the books, which includes illusions and 4 agreements, all right? So illusions and 4 agreements, which is going to be taught on Monday, and on Wednesdays, we are going to have the discussion related to the book, The Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It is a really wonderful book, which actually talks about how scientifically how we can actually, move out of being yourself to the personality which we like to wish for that, right? Joe Dispenza talks about with the scientific things. So this book is really wonderful book, Joe Dispenza. For those who actually don't know about Joe Dispenza, he's really known for the book, You Are the Placebo. This is a Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is a really wonderful book. And the first book, which on Mondays, we have 2 books, which is Illusions and 4 Agreements. So Illusions will be running for 3 weeks, which is on August 14, 21, 28. And 4 Agreements will be running for September 4 and 11. So morning and evening. So those who would like to, join either morning or evening, they can join, or both sessions also fine. And both sessions are independent of each other. Like we have speakers, book club speakers, Vidya ma'am, Ramesh sir for morning, and for evening, Sujata ma'am and Sheetal ma'am for the evening on the books and 4 agreements. And for the breaking of the habit of being yourself will be done by Srinivas and Sridevi ma'am in the morning, and the evening Anup sir and myself in the evening for the breaking the habit of being yourself. And please go forward, and there are a lot of some WhatsApp groups, which is apart from your all these notifications will be also shared in the existing WhatsApp groups, and there are also dedicated WhatsApp groups for the book clubs on this book. So the reminders, especially related to the book clubs, the wisdom notes and everything will be discussed in the book clubs, shared in the book club WhatsApp groups. So that is it on the book club As I again just share, so two days, Monday and Wednesday. And Monday we are going to have the discussion on the illusions and four agreements, and on Wednesday we are going to have the discussion on the breaking the habit of me yourself. Yes, that is it. And another announcement, have a book. We have a program called youth program that is going to start. I believe, Vinita ma'am, you are going to cover about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Before we go there, let me say.
continue.
So these sessions are repeat sessions. So you don't have to attend both Monday and in same day, evening and morning. You attend one session, morning or evening, right? They're repeat sessions. So it's convenient for some people in West, so we have it in the morning, and convenient for people in East, so we have it in the evenings. They're repeat sessions. You don't have to attend all of them to know about the book. Second thing, you can participate. So the first day, now that we are just a little late here, but they're still going to publish the few pages you read. So you got to procure the book, and the few pages you read, they're going to tell you first for every session what chapters or pages they're going to read. Maybe typical first 50, first 3 chapters. And they're going to tell you that the book of facilitator. So by the time you come back, you also read, and they also come and then discuss, add to whatever they're saying there. All right. So we increase our understanding by bringing different points of view, because the authors have written from their version. So then when we understand, there are all different angles to it, and so we enrich ourselves, right, friends? So it's a club, means, we all come together and then discuss. And if not for tomorrow, at least try to acquire these books, and then so then you have enough to participate. Yes.
So one more thing on, we are having another program running called named as Vibrance, a 3-week online youth program starting from August 14th till September 3rd for the youngsters. So if you have any youngsters in your family or friends, I think this is the most precious generation, the age group. So please do refer, and we would be sharing the link to register for that. If you can refer all your friends, kids, or anybody, that would be great. That's it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel, madam. By the way, the list of books I was sent in Wisdom Note 5, Friday. The Wisdom Note 5 had a list of all books that we talked about. So if you're asking the question, you've not read the Wisdom Note. Ramarao Garu. Okay. So please do take a moment to read them. They reinforce your learning. Reinforce your learning. Okay. Okay, friends. So thank you very much for joining. And feel free to exit. And then we stay for 5 more minutes. If anybody wants to share your experience today of the long meditation, if it's the first time you've done it, I'd like to hear.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, Dinesh ji, please unmute yourself.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Namaste, sir, ma'am. This has been a really good session. But one thing I want to understand is during the session, I'm having a fear if I'm not making this as a session where I collate all the thinking, all the feelings, and trying to address and so a lot of things, obviously thinking coming across, right? So is it instead of meditation or focusing on the breath, what I observe is in observing the breath, sometimes I am breathing heavily or probably not natural, right? And even trying to make it natural, or there is stiffness that I feel maybe out of the experiences or the thinking that came across all that while. And today I felt like all those things I'm attracting and trying to address here and making it maybe as a session for that rather than the meditation. Is that truly happening? And is there any way like I can still be cognizant and making it a different experience?
I'm not sure I understood what you're asking.
So Chandra sir, I'm instead of meditating, is it like different thoughts coming all the while of like of life experiences, whatever good bad coming across, and overthinking that is happening during the sessions?
That'll happen because there is so much of negative thought anyway. 90% is that. So, but with regular practice, it'll slowly come down. So rather than having meditation, if you do something else, it'll only increase, not reduce. So it's natural. Now when you close your eyes and observing your breath, the first time you're listening to what's going on inside. And suddenly it'll appear like big set of negative thought. When you're focused externally, a lot of times you're not even paying attention here, so we are there. But here now you're paying attention first time. What is going on? And so for many, it feels like overwhelming and say, oh my God, all the time negative thought is coming, all the time stress is coming. But they will slowly go away. The idea is to just do that process. Okay. So
Right.
keep doing the meditation and you will, it's a week, second week and third week, I'm sure you'll find difference. For the negative thoughts, and some of these thoughts will keep coming up for a long time, depending on your environment, your context, every day, what you're exposed to. What will happen is over a period of time, you'll also start changing the environment. You start attracting new people, so more energetic, more that add to your life than to pull us down. All of this will happen as our vibration changes, your thought process changes, you attract different set of people. Your company changes. And so then slowly, some of the thoughts that you feel, the negative thoughts will come down because it's all being fed from the environment. If you read these books, and make an attempt to go into the books, then you are spending high amount of, you have your quality and quantity of thought are more quantity of thought, but in a good quality of thought when you read books. So that's why we encourage, you read a book, then about that book, about the author, everything has been said is there, floating in your mind the whole day, somewhere or the other. And so for the whole week, it'll last. You hold on to another book, again, it lasts, again, you're in a good thought, right? That's what we're trying to do. Get to good practices here, utilizing your time effectively.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, Sunita.
Lovely, please.
Sir, lovely here. My concern, it's not like the feeling I'm getting. I just want to discuss the concern. Since long, or you can call it since childhood, I face it. The way I grew up and grooming what I got. I can see the future. Means whosoever in my relations is something good as well as negative is happening. I can see that in my dream. Even when my father expired, I get those dreams. So I get very fearless. It's like very disturbed sometimes. I feel happy also, but I just want to get out of that. Why this happened to me? I'm gone through all that trauma. I'm practicing meditation. I'm a continual follower of Vipassana and everything. But still, I'm not, means I'm not able to overcome this particular fear. Because when I see this dream, or you can say when I see these incidents and it's happening in my life, I lose my control. I get, means very disturbed, anxiety. Why it's so, sir?
Madam, you have to understand life beyond death.
Yeah,
You have to demystify it.
yeah.
If you demystify,
Okay.
then that you will drop this memory. So that memory is deeply imprinted inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll keep coming up. Anything that we're not able to dissolve through ordinary process of meditation, it keeps surfacing for us to look into it deeply.
Okay.
Look into it deeply. So demystify death process and a life beyond death by reading some books.
Okay.
I used to read a book called A Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu.
Okay.
A Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu. And I read books of Michael Newton. I would try to read these two authors' books, and then from there you can Journey of Souls by Michael Newton.
Okay.
But we have to recognize that the life after death is beautiful. There is life after death. There are people who are experiencing life greatly. And so we understand this, and then we also can connect with them. You may connect with them, connect with your father. You may connect with your father
Okay.
and inquire about it. It happens in meditation, it's possible.
Okay.
But the moment you read and the demystify life after death, then a lot of peace comes in. And say,
Okay.
wow, this is good.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it is. New York downtown is for people who don't go there. And then based on newspapers, you read, let's say Detroit downtown, New York downtown. Now, when you read all these newspaper reports, media reports, you say that, oh, that's not safe to go. That is difficult. You know, this, that, all this kinds of stuff are there.
Okay.
I was like that before meditation. So I never ventured in there. If you drive there, it's going to be just too much traffic. People cut in, it's to be difficult. Forget about New York downtown, something that you can relate to, maybe Bangalore, MG Road.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants to go into this place, thinking that it is all just too difficult a place to maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like that, but then I avoided it. But then when I went there first time, I felt difference. I mean, it's all vibrance. It's like, people are lively. There is action going on compared to any part of the United States, action. There is action. You go into the Bangalore MG Road, there is so much of evening life there. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, bubbling with energy in the night. And so then my belief was wrong, that I was thinking it's all, it's one sporadic incident here, there, and then people talk about this and say it's not safe. But in fact, it is the other way. I kept going after that. And every time now I went in to have the opportunity to land into New York area, I kept going into the city wherever possible. So look for it. And so life after death is like that. We got to demystify. We just got it all, differently there, because thinking that this is all. So please read those books, you understand it. That's a beautiful process that you can continue to communicate with the entities out there. And then you will become lighter, you will get the solutions for it. Okay.
Thank you,
Absolutely, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Bhushanji, I think I have, yeah, Bhushanji, please.
Hello. Hello, sir. Bhushan here. Just want to have some questions to get clarity. The difference between thoughts and experience, how to identify that during meditation? Because whether even to get experience, you have to get that thoughts, whether it is a thought or whether it is an experience. So what are some
Why would you
points?
say that? Why would you say? You are observing your breath, and your thoughts your mind is becoming empty of thought. Now, suddenly, let's say Jesus Christ comes to you and then the vision is there. Were you thinking about Jesus Christ? That he came in? Were you actually thinking about Jesus Christ that he came in? Or a flash showed up?
Flash out, but isn't it a thought? Because so generally what during
It is a
meditation,
thought.
what I have seen is
When it comes up as information is thought.
correct.
Information is thought, right? Because being recorded now. But it came up. You're driving on the road. You're not thinking, but suddenly a McDonald's showed up. You're not thinking for McDonald's, but it showed up, right? And so then so that's the experience we're talking about. You are
Then
getting
should I then go back to breath or continue with that?
you observe what's going on. Whatever you're seeing, you observe. At that point, the idea is to observe. Okay, you're seeing a McDonald's, you're seeing Jesus Christ. Okay, observe beautifully. It's just like, when you're going along the road, when you see something very beautiful palace, what are you going to do? Like this way, as the car is going, we keep looking at it. Sometimes we stop and then look at it much more beautifully because it's so overwhelming. Do that. Observe. The only thing we're saying
So
is
generally what I have seen is sorry.
now do not interpret it. Meaning, oh, Jesus Christ, oh, my picture I've seen always with a small sheep in his hand. Oh, it's not there. What happened to it? Maybe there's another version. All of that we don't observe, we don't analyze. Simply be a witness. That's real. Now that's the training. You see, the analytical mind wants to go and analyze. No, how could it be possible that I see Jesus Christ? I'm a Hindu. What is this? The analytical mind with a belief system is trying to analyze, but we train ourselves in not analyzing, right? That's a training we're going to go through by repeatedly as it comes and as it comes. Body is moving. You're not moving your body in meditation. Body is moving. It's not, you're not moving. And that's an experience you're going through. Observe it, right?
Because generally what thoughts I get is our day-to-day life, right? What happened in office yesterday or what are my tasks today? Those suddenly when we start doing meditation, I get those thoughts. So should I continue? Are those thoughts or should I? That's also an experience. So
those you only can tell. Those that you are thinking, bring your attention back to the breath. Those, when you're talking about your offices, you will know innerly. If you are doubtful about it, bring your attention back to the breath.
Because that's what is happening. So, yesterday I had this meeting or today I have to complete this task. Those things come. So are those experiences or thoughts? That's what I'm confused.
What do you think they are? When you're too much in doubt.
See, it was not flash like the way you gave example of cheese, right? They were not that, but it was not pre-decided that I have to think about this, right? It was not about I have to think about my office tasks.
Bhushanji, there's an apparent that when you're projecting our current events of life, they're in thought process. So you bring your attention back to the breath.
So if they are related to your day-to-day things, then those are generally thoughts. Yeah.
Anything that unexpected, least expected that is showing up is not thought. Anything commonly that you're going through is showing up is very likely chance of it being thought. When you're not clear about those, bring your attention back to breath. Anything least expected is showing up, they are mostly experiences. Observe them. If you are still not clear about them, observe them there. Anything that's more commonly there in your daily life, most likely they're thoughts. So bring your attention back to the breath. Does that help?
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely helps. And also then sometimes about manifest, right? The future events also, right? I want to have a big car or I want to have a big house. So those are also thoughts or again,
that's your active.
Those are...
That process is active imagination. So you must have clarity to imagine. That's an active imagination process through your mind. So it's full of thought, an active mind process. So imagine, get enough clarity about what to imagine. That's where we draw vision boards. We do this program. And so imagine, so of course it is a thought. And of course, a feeling that you're actively building up and then doing it. There is no empty mind. There is full mind, conscious mind. Okay.
Okay. And I think we will have some sessions of manifestation in future, right? In coming days.
Week
So I
3
can
we're
ask
covering
questions.
manifestation.
Okay.
This, and then usually we are doing a 2-day advanced program because we recognize it's not sufficient. But let's go through first week 3. This is the first time for you?
Yes, yeah, this 40 day is first.
Okay, right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, many more are there.
Yeah.
We will conclude, have a meeting. We must conclude.
Good morning, sir.
So,
Yeah, with this, yes, go ahead.
yeah.
Sir, it is a very wonderful session today. I like feel very, very relaxed. I don't want to get back from those meditation time. Like I don't want to get up from the bed or get up back from the meditation. And in last 7 days, today I feel like my head is lifting by myself. Like I'm not forcing my head to lift up. It is lifting by myself, and I feel so relaxed. Like that this doesn't happen, like not exactly happen in last 7 days, but today I feel a different thing in myself. Like it's a very relaxing thing, and I don't have that much of thoughts that I feel earlier, but I have thoughts, but less thoughts, and that make me feel good. So thank you for the session.
That's great. That's power of giving ourselves extra time. You're kind to yourself, you gave you time. We know what that means. Usha madam is able to tell them. She very well knows what it means. You always give time to somebody else. Now we start giving time to ourselves.
When I take time, half an hour in evening to read a book every day so that I can lift up my mood. I go to park for like get into the nature also. So I start giving myself priority first.
That's it. You are welcome to the inward journey. Okay, great. What do you say, Usha madam?
Yeah, so beautifully said. She expressed it such a young age and to go so much, they're so full of life. All the best to her. And I think any age when we open up and accept is the life well lived. And we are all in that journey. And thank you for showing us the path. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we will, friends. I promise if we stay back tomorrow, we'll do it after the session. I really have to go for a meeting. Okay. And I have a whole day program here in Vizag. So I'm getting late. So we will do it. You come back and ask, and then come back and share tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all.
When you believe you will achieve, you can live out all your dreams.